Hi, and thank you for managing a small group at Stonebridge Church. We'd like to show you some of the tools that we have available to you to help make your job easier. One of the things that you can do is utilize our online website in order to get your roster, take attendance, send an email, add, remove people from your group. What you do is you go to the main Stonebridge website, www.gostonebridge.com. This is the main website right here. Come up to Connect, slide all the way down to Manage My Fellowship One account. The very first one, My Groups Login, select that option. What you're going to use to log in here, the username and password, is going to be the same username and password that you use whenever you are signing up for an event at Stonebridge Church on our website. You're not creating a new one, you're using the same one that you already use for our Stonebridge events. Once you log in, you'll see your profile, your privacy settings, your groups, finding a group, and your giving. This is where you can change and adjust your giving for if you do online giving at our church. It's also where you can change your privacy settings of what people can and cannot see if they're looking at your account, if they're also logged in, as well as your profile. You can update your phone number here, your address, any information that we have for you, you can update here on your profile. But what we're going to do today is look at your groups. So select your groups. This is going to list all the groups that you lead, you belong to, any groups that you are a part of at our church. For right now, you are going to lead a group. So I'm going to show you the sample of Women's Public Test for LARC as if you were leading that group. You go into the group that you're leading, and it shows you right here. On the main dashboard, it'll give you information as to what days you meet, where you meet, and the information about that group. On the right, you can see it says View Roster, View Settings, Add or Invite Someone, Send an Email to the group, and also your membership. How many are leaders, how many are members, and then prospects is an area that we'll get into later, but we're not going to deal with that right now. Administrators are any leaders in the group that can oversee this type of group right here. So these are always going to be staff members of the church that you can email directly if you have a question about the group that you're leading and overseeing. At the top, you can also see it says Roster. It's the same link that says right here, View Roster, but you can just click Roster at the top. This is going to give you a list of anybody and everybody that's in your group, their emails, their phone numbers. It should also give you their addresses and different information about them, maybe even the number of family members they have. It depends on what the privacy settings are of what you're allowed to see for the people that are in your group. Over here on the right, you will see that all the leaders will be listed to the right. The leaders are people who will get weekly emails from this account for taking attendance. So on the right, you can see it says add or invite someone. If you have somebody, let's say you're leading a Sunday school class and somebody has joined your Sunday school class, you can go into add or invite someone right here, put in their name. Like let's say Chad is now going to be a part of our women's group. Obviously he's not, it's my husband, but let's just say he was. So you put in the first name and the last name. It needs to look like the what it would be in our system because it's going to pull him from our system. And it's going to give you their age, their address, and their phone number. So you can verify that, yes, this is the person that I want to add to the group. I can just click Add to the group, and they will now be in my group. So I can take attendance on them. They'll now be in my email list. It'll be very quick and easy to access them. I can also send an invite to them. That's mainly for small groups where you're saying, hey, we have this small group that's meeting. Would you like to come join us? It's not really something that we're necessarily using. You would mainly use it for adding them to a group. I'm just going to click Start Over because he's not going to join our group. But that tells you how you can add someone to your small group, Sunday school class, meeting group, whatever it is that you're doing. The way you can take attendance is two different ways. You can come over to Attendance. When you go into Attendance, you are going to be able to see, it's going to show you a graph based on how much attendance you have put in here of what your attendance looks like. And you can do it by occurrence. You can also list the people. And if you list people, it will show you everybody that's come. It'll show all the dates that are there and what dates that they attended. So you can see the people who've missed the last time, the last 2 times, and you can check everybody's attendance just right there and what percentage they are. If we want to enter attendance just from right here, you can click Enter Attendance. The easiest and quickest way is anybody who's a leader in the group will get an email. When you get an email, I'll show you in a minute how you post attendance for that. For right now, I'm going to check to make sure I don't take my date. Now you click enter attendance. If you're just going to do it from this and you're not doing it from your web email, it'll ask you in the upper right corner, did this group meet? Yes or no. If you select no, it'll ask you why you didn't meet. So let's say on the 4th, we didn't meet. It was really cold and icy. The weather was terrible. So I'm going to say no, we did not meet. It's asking me why. Terrible weather. Event was canceled. The reason it's important to put all this information of your attendance and when you met and when you didn't meet is because your ministry leader is going to be looking over this and watching to make sure everything's going okay and to see if you need any help or anything that's going on. And this kind of gives them a snapshot view of what's going on in your small group. Then, let's say we had another event and we did meet. So let's go through that one. I click enter attendance. It's going to pull up once again with the dates at the top. My Wi-Fi is slow here, so you'll have to be a little patient with it. Once the dates appear at the top again, and these are the dates, it's not going to give you every date on the planet. It's giving you dates of when your small group meets. I happen to set up this small group that I was doing for test for every single day, so that way I would have different options to play with. But yours will only be the date. So if you meet every Wednesday, it'll only say Wednesday, December 11th. Then it'll say Wednesday, December 18th. Then it'll say Wednesday, December 25th. So it'll have all those dates in there. And just like if it were Wednesday, December 25th, you'd say, no, we didn't meet because it's Christmas. So let's put in Friday, December 6th. Yes, we did meet. And who all came? Christine and Becky and me. All of us came. Yay, 100% attendance. So then you click everybody who came, click save attendance. It will save it and bring you back to your main screen. And then you can see on December 9th, 2 attended, 1 was absent. On December 6th, 3 attended and were absent. I can also once again select people. It'll show me those 2 dates, the 6th and the 9th, and it'll show when we attended on those dates. So I can also get at a glimpse very quickly who's coming and who's not coming and how often they've come. Now back to the roster. Oh, I did want to show you on attendance how to do it from the email. So when you get an email, the other option is that anybody who's a leader gets an email that will look like this. It will say no reply at mfellowship.com. So make sure you have this email address not in your spam. Check your spam folder to see if that's where it's going. It'll always have a subject that says post attendance reminder for, and then your group, whatever your group name is. The first link right here that'll be in it, it'll say, Dear you, your group was scheduled to meet on this date at this time. You can post attendance here. Make sure this date and time is the one that you're posting for attendance, because when it opens up, it's going to open up to exactly that date and time. It opens up automatically to this main screen. You can tell it no, we didn't meet, or yes, we did, and who all met on that date. That date, it was Becky and Mark. We're going to select save attendance. It's going to take us back to that graph screen, so we can see automatically really quick how is our attendance going. We can see very quickly right here what our attendance looks like. You can tap on people again, and then we have all those dates listed and who's coming and when they've been there and who missed last time. Now, one of the things on our roster, right here on your little gear, you can click send an email. You can also come to your roster and click send an email. I'm going to do it just right here from the gear shift. Send an email, and it will say, let me choose which people to email, or send an email to everybody in the group. You can have taken a little manual list of who was it that didn't come the last 2 weeks, and we want to send them an email to say we've missed them. And let's say Becky, well, she's been there every time, but I haven't been there every time. So, I'm going to send a little email to Lark that says, we've missed you. You could even have this saved in a Word document, do a quick copy and paste over of just a standard email that states, that so that way you can quickly contact and email those people and let them know that they were missed. And you can do it just through the system very quickly. Another thing is you can send an email to everyone in the group. When you send it to everyone in the group, it won't just select, the individuals. It'll be everybody. You can say, hey, we're having a party this week. See attached invite. Or we're doing a lesson this week. please see the attached file. You can then select attach a file. You can select a file to it, and then you can send the email. And it'll send it to everybody, and so that you're just sending it right through here. So that is one of the tools that you can use to help you. Another thing I want to mention on the roster is that over on the right, you can also download a PDF file of everybody in the roster in order to pass it around to your class to let everybody know their information. You can also download it to a CSV file if you wanted to export it to Excel, if you were going to do a mail merge or something like that. So I hope this has been helpful. Thank you so much for all that you do. Bye-bye.